Live and direct. It's Sway in the morning.
Right here on Shade 45.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Hicks is here.
Yes.
Soul Patrol.
Soul Patrol.
I'm patrolling New York City, the Big Apple.
That's what's up. And you're not even selling a dream, you're selling food. I'm
selling and I'm eating.
And you're eating, right? You know, I will be honest, it's been since about season 5 since I watched American Idol. You know, I don't know what happened.
I'm glad I was the last.
Yeah, you were the last.
It's different.
And I really liked you because you look different than any other American Idol that was on that stage prior. I liked your story. I liked your honesty and how you performed. And I was always curious to what happens to American Idol stars once they leave that stage, that platform. And I know you did did you do the tour?
Did some Broadway, yeah.
Broadway?
I've been Broadway. I'm doing a headlining show in Vegas.
Yeah.
I've been out in Vegas for about a year at the Paris Hotel. I've been with the Caesars camp out there, and I've been doing shows 5 nights a week at the Paris Hotel, and I got a little showroom that I work 5 nights a week. I've been doing that for a year. I went on Broadway, and now I'm into I've always been. We were just talking about that. You know, I grew up in clubs and restaurants, and I know you had a buddy that was an actor.
Yeah. Anthony Mackie had that.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
You know, I just grew up in the restaurant, it's in the clubs and in the South, and you know, I right now I've got a barbecue joint, Saul's Juke Joint in Birmingham, and then it's doing really well, and I'm in this cookbook, so I still got the soul going. I'm still playing as much as I can, but you know, one of my main things is, you know, my restaurant and you know, just good food, and being from Alabama, being from the dirty South, you know, that's what we do down there. So
eat.
That's right.
Eat and cook.
That's all we do.
Now, playing Vegas, I'm always curious about Vegas. Is how does that work? You get a yearly contract, and you got to do so many dates. Does it pay well, or?
You know, it does. It's a good gig. I live in the hotel. You know, I live upstairs, so you know. It's interesting. I like to tell people this. You see some crazy things at 8:00 in the morning when you getting coffee.
Yeah, like give me an example. What's some craziness you've seen?
Well, I mean, some of the bachelorettes that come in for the night before. I mean, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You can always tell how late they've been out by how deflatable their inflatable penis is. When they're walking around, it looks like a folding bag. And you just try listen, and you just listen. And look, and you just listen. You're just trying to get coffee.
Yeah.
You know, you're just in the hotel working, doing your gig. You see all kinds of stuff.
Wow, that's Vegas. That's why they say what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
I mean,
all right. Yo, Taylor Hicks from American Idol. You know him from there. He's joined us today. You know him from Las Vegas, playing at the Paris Hotel. Who's this right here with you, bro?
Elliot Yamin.
Yeah,
he was on my season. I think he came in third, and you know, I tell you, if there was anybody that has Donny Hathaway's throat right now walking around, it's Elliot Yamin's.
Yeah.
And I miss Donny a lot, you know. But it's funny when you hear him sing, his vibrato is so much like Donny Hathaway's.
Sounds right. Yeah,
you know,
good, yeah.
And he just reminds me of Donny so much. So I love playing with him, and I love playing behind Elliot because I just love great singers, and because I play instruments. And then a lot of people don't know that from Idols, because it was just a singing show. But me, I grew up. I learned the organ and piano and electric guitar, and I was able to back Elliot up. So Elliot just has that voice, and he's very similar to Donny. You know, he's got that thing in his throat. And then you know who else had it was Whitney. Whitney had a crazy vibrato. You know, and it was controllable. And that's like it could flutter. I mean, she could do.
Wait, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know, she could do, and then Donny had it, but he was just the male version of it. But Donny died too early. You know, God took him from us for a reason. But he took and Elliot, I think Elliot carries Donny's throat around.
You know, the problem is when you take third in American Idol, people don't tend to remember you.
Yeah.
You know, how has that worked for you? Do people still approach you about American Idol, or did you notice, was there a swing of notoriety?
It's interesting, man. when I'm in New York City, people come up to me like, Taylor Hicks, woo! You know, they just come up and jive with me. You know? That's what I love about being in New York. You know, I like it. You know, I people, and I spent some time here. You know, so I mean, winning. You know, what's interesting about the show is that if you win. They build all kinds of press around you, you know, so you do 48 hours of the most craziest press run. You don't sleep for 48 hours, especially my season. My season was obviously, I'm biased, but it was a big season for Idol then, so I still work as hard as I can, but I try, to keep it real and try to keep working, stay in the grind.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Now, you want to ask Taylor a question?
Yeah, do the American Idol winners, do you guys ever have like a meetup? Like, do you guys talk? Have you met each other?
It's, we did this thing at Disney World. Yeah, we keep it, I see a lot more of the winners. You know what's interesting is that I believe at this point there's like 112 runners up, and then there's 13 winners or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I see more of the winners a lot more than I see the runners up. We do a lot. I keep up with everybody that that I meet. Obviously from the show. But
the losers usually go to a life of crime. I'm just saying he doesn't go to jail or nothing like that.
Taylor is here to promote a cookbook, Recipes Across America, and I was asking you while the music was playing, do you cook a lot? And I got into a conversation yesterday on Twitter about brine. And if anyone that cooks chicken, they know what brine is. Do you, first of all, I want to know your recipe for your brine. And do you brine every single time you grill chicken or roast chicken?
Well, listen, I want to tell you something. At my restaurant, we have sweet tea fried chicken.
Ooh, damn. Wow.
So we brine our
diabetic.
chicken
and sweet tea.
Come
on.
And
fry it and put it on a sandwich.
My sugar level is just
that diabetes chicken.
That's not
sweet tea.
Hey, if that's not, I'm telling you,
that's dirty South there, man.
We brine our chicken in sweet. It's crazy. We do it overnight. We put the chicken. We brine it overnight in sweet tea, a little bit of maple syrup. And then we brine it, and then we deep fry it and put it on a sandwich.
Is that recipe in your book?
No.
Recipes Across America?
I couldn't put as many. You know what's interesting about this Recipes Across America is that they treat you the same. I mean, even if you're a celebrity or not, they have to test your recipes in their test kitchen, and if they don't pass the test, then you don't get in the book. So I actually had to take these recipes and take them, and let them test those recipes out. And then they passed the test, so I was able to get in this book, Recipes Across America. And they're from different parts of the country.
Yeah.
They have one from the Midwest. They have recipes from the Midwest and the Southwest and the Southeast from where I'm from. So
okay.
We got Joey on the line from Sacramento. Say hello to Taylor Hicks. Go ahead, Joey.
Hey, what's up? First of all, good morning, Sway and Heather B.
Good morning.
See you guys every morning on my way to work.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Taylor, I've watched you guys. I watched you grow, from American Idol, and I had a question. What do you think is the best and the worst part about being a part of American Idol?
Well, the best part is winning. When you win the show, your whole life changes. I mean, obviously, I was working in clubs when I was 16, and I was trying to make it, and then when you win a show like that, it changes your whole life. I mean, you get a name, and you just have to sustain a name, keep in the grind and work as hard as you can. And I would say that there's really not a worse thing. You just have to, it's really, hard to sustain, like, coming off that show, how big you are for, a year.
Yeah.
And then that there's another idol coming up behind you.
Right.
So you have to really work hard to keep your name out there, and working. So that's what I would say.
Joey, thanks for your question, man. Hey, listen, one of the merch, you got merchandising here for Saul
I'm always
Barbecue.
bringing stuff around.
Yeah,
I've always got harmonicas, and I've got this harmonica keychain that I brought Sway in the game.
Yeah, man. Does it work?
Yes, it works.
I
You
was
put it on the
maybe,
keychain.
Can you get him one?
Well, I don't know if I can actually. I don't know if it has as many notes in there as I.
Turn the music down.
All
right, go ahead.
There's only 3 notes on this thing.
Well,
I
maybe
can
we
only
can throw a beat on and you can play over it. Hold on, man.
Hold on. Here we go.
Taylor Hicks.
I'm Taylor Hicks and I'm on microphone.
You're listening to Sway in the morning
on Shade 45.